So for about the past hour or so, as I've been driving, following this mountain range, I'm just thinking to myself, okay, how did this form? How did this form? And I'm noticing the layers. You can see distinct layers, and it says, well, what has to happen? And so often you hear in this debate about where the world came from, evolution, creation, people seem to get so far separated that one side won't even listen to the other. And I'm not saying that you take one side, take the other, split the middle, that's the answer. I'm not saying that. But clearly, there was a layer here, and if it took, say, 1,000 years, 10,000 years, 1,000,000 years to lay down, something dramatic in the world happened that now a new color, a new layer was being laid down. So regardless of how you think, something big had to happen throughout the history of the earth. And it feels like at times people who don't want to believe in the Genesis story, the flood story, they don't want anything to do with God, they'll just reject the fact that huge global effects have happened. But when you look at the stratification, they're hundreds of meters thick of one color. Okay, if it was being laid down layer by layer, what happened in the world that suddenly you have another 100 meters of a completely different material? And it's very dramatic. So something had to happen in the world. So I'm thinking to myself, I wish it was possible to just not pick a side, just observe the world objectively and say, okay, let's see what happened. What happened to form these mountains? And they are all basically clay. So how did that happen? I have no idea. But anyway, just my thoughts. Tell me what you think.